Hey everybody, this is Justin Letheby, the Professor, and today I am way late with doing this, but I do wanted to get a video out for you all because one of the things I am teaching a lot of people these days is consistency, and consistency is extremely important. And I did want to make sure I got a video out for you guys today. Um, so what are we going to talk about? What are we going to hit? Um, well, It's gonna be about ChatGPT. This is a series that I'm doing in here. I haven't really decided if I'm gonna do it once a week, every week for a month, or if I am going to do this once a week, every month for a while. But it's gonna be either a series of individually topics, brainstorming, things like that, but it also could very much be well, um, even training things like walking you through steps. But today, what I want to do is kind of lead the charge, get you started, get you thinking, get you out there. So, um, why would you want to use ChatGPT? Why would you want to come out there and use a tool like ChatGPT to help you with your business? Now, ChatGPT, in case you guys are not aware, is considered an artificial intelligence tool. It's a tool that's been around for about 18 months publicly for people to use. There are free solutions and paid solutions. I will try to distinguish today between the two in here, but um, it is a tool out there. There are many that have come from the world since then. You have Gemini, which is the Google version of ChatGPT, essentially. You have tools like can't even think of the names right now, but Facebook has their own version of this. Meta has their own version of this. Microsoft has their own version of this. You're seeing everybody kind of jump in this space and make those bandwagons work for you. Today, specifically, we're going to talk about ChatGPT. And what I want to make sure we understand in here is the ability to go and look at this. And I do want to see because I just worry. Yep. There we go. Just want to make sure you guys can hear me. So I want to come in here and talk about 5 ways that I think, and I show a lot today, how people can be using AI, specifically ChatGPT, to make the world a little bit easier for you. Now, before I step into that, I want you to know and understand a couple things about ChatGPT. ChatGPT and AI can do a lot of things, right? It can help you build new products. It can help you build programming. It can help you write a song. It can help you do a lot of things. Uh, there's also a lot of unknown about it right now as well, which means we don't know where copyright laws sit quite yet with it. We don't know where challenges from artists are coming out there and saying with some of the content that's being built, where it sits, who owns it, who has rights to it. We don't know all of that yet. Um, so the way I continuously teach it right now is a little more conservative in nature as far as that goes, because I want to make sure that you guys can continuously do and use whatever is accessible to you well within the future. So I'm going to teach you how to use things in the ChatGPT world that is rewriting, rephrasing your own content, things that you're giving permission for. Now, the other part that you want to always understand if you're going to jump down the ChatGPT rabbit hole and that kind of stuff in here is also understand that you're feeding this information, you're feeding these tools in here with your information, your insight, your, uh, you know, you essentially. You're helping the system grow, which is why they're doing some of this stuff. So if you're okay with that, then continue using it. If you don't know where you stand on that yet, then maybe you don't want to be using these tools that are out there. But if you do decide to use these tools, here are 5 ways that I think you really can help your business be effective today and help yourself be effective today for these businesses. The first is hopefully you guys already have a CRM system. Now, if you have a CRM system in place, If you don't know what CRM stands for, it's customer relations management, client relation management, depending on whichever way you want to say that acronym. It's your database. It's your database of names. It's your database of business. That many times these CRMs are extremely complicated these days, extremely effective, and they're integrating AI into it to help simplify our lives, but also how to add a little extra functionality to it. One of the favorite ways people are adding systems into their CRMs are probably two ways that you are seeing. One way is adding a chat bot, right? Now, chatbots aren't new. Chatbots have been around for an extremely long period of time where they will help communicate to the consuming public. Up until AI has been integrated, they have been very robotic in nature, very systematic in their conversations, very chunky and clunky in how they communicate. There are people out there, I got a couple friends of mine that have actually built really good programmings into them, and they did pretty good with it, but they were still, in all fairness, they were chunky. Welcome everybody that comes on board. If you guys ever do have questions, please just write them in your feed. I'm happy to answer any questions that we have in here and put them out there. If you are following along, do make sure you click on the links there for StreamYard. That way, when I see you, you guys will have that in there. But welcome. I appreciate everybody being here. But they do have these chatbots. Now these chatbots are getting very sophisticated. It's becoming very hard to understand if it's a bot or if it's a real person. Most of them these days, in all fairness, are bots. That's what they are. They are bots in there, and that's what's going on for that. So just something to be aware of. You do have that available for you. That's one way. Now, I will say, as a person that teaches this quite a bit, and I do like to make people make sure they stay out of trouble. You do want to make sure that you get the ability to make sure you talk to your companies and understand the rules they put in there. They're not breaking any fair housing conversations. They're not breaking. You understand when client relationships have been established, right? You want to make sure you understand that, because these things are definitely conversations you want to be up for grabs and making sure you're understanding. But the other way you're starting to see CRMs starting to add AI into their systems is client management, right? So you're going to see them help understand and interrogate the data and use the information at hand to help kind of do some predictive analytics. Now, predictive analytics have always been around, but they're going to tie AI into this, and you're going to see them in there start adding touches and communications out there for you when they think the system is best. It's not prevalent yet, but it is going to happen. And I think it's going to be helpful. It's going to help you schedule appointments. It's going to help you keep better records of your clients' information, so you know when to work better with them and how to work with them and how to manage them, how they like to be communicated, how they don't like to be communicated with, right? These are those techniques that are going to be in place. So make sure when you're looking at your CRMs, those are in place with there. Now, if you don't have a CRM and you want a chatbot, you can go into YouTube right now and learn how to build your own chatbot and put it on your website. Usually it's going to be better if you pay for it, but you have that out there. And you also have other softwares that are doing it for you. ManyChat is one of the most current examples that are out there that will help that work. So that's the first one. Make sure you have AI that integrates your system. Now, second one is for those of us that love real estate, but maybe aren't data inclined, right? Is how I will say it. So for the second one, make sure you get in here and learn how to use ChatGPT to do that analytics, right? Now, I will tell you, it will do analytics on the free version, but if you want to get charts and graph and some really deeper building into it, you're going to want to pay for it. And paying for it, it's useful. It's still right now, I think it's $20 a month. ChatGPT is relatively affordable. And what I also like about ChatGPT, as far as a paid solution goes, not only do you get that, but you get some extra functionality. Like I get to use Dolly, which is their image creator, which is really helpful. But come in there, add reports, take some data out of your systems that you are using, grab that local market stats, those local market data points, and put that into ChatGPT and start asking the questions, like asking the questions of, what is the current market trend for detached homes in my area, or what is the strong selling area price point wise in XYZ community or whatever, right? Start putting that in here and start analyzing that information and put that stuff out there. That way you can look at it. Now, the reason I want you to do this in analyzing the data is sometimes the data is just data rich and it's hard for us to look for as individuals. But two, it's going to help us with the step 3 in here, which is, I think, another way we can leverage ChatGPT, and that is to create social media content. So I take the first one, I analyze the data. I have chat sit there and tell me what they think the talking points are or what the key data points exist in a particular community. And when I do that, I then say, okay, great. Now give me 5 talking points from that data. Now give me 5 social media points for Facebook, for Instagram. Give me 5 uh, TikTok video suggestions, right? Things like that. I can identify that stuff out there. I always like 5. 5 usually works well. Monday through Friday, it works well. I can put that in and establish that there. So I always I like 5. And I get to put that in there. So you can start using it once you analyze that data to now 3, create social media content that will help you build that next set of information for you. You also don't have to use analyze data for using social media content and building it out there. You could actually have it tell you 5 talking points of your local community. You could give it news articles and have it read those articles out and tell you 5 social media posts that you could pull from those news articles, right? You can do all sorts of things like that and put that information in here, which makes life easier for you. And the nice thing about this is if you tie, this is a little a side tangent, but if you tie into the social media content and you then tie that information in and have it build the social media posts, you can tie it into tools like Canva later. Well, it will automatically build the posts for you, automate them, bulk create those posts for you in Canva. So now you have it automatically created for you. So you could build inside of the world of Canva, you could build a branded social media post template. Maybe it has your picture, your logo, your company logo, all those identifying criteria we got to put in there. And then you could have a neat little area where you could have text and it will then bulk it out for you for each new social media post. It works really, really well and it saves a bunch of time. The other nice thing about that is once you do that, you also could have translated text into other languages that you are marketing to in your business. It makes life really, really easy. So first one, you make sure you have your integration with your systems. 2, analyze that data inside of there. 3, take that data, take whatever other information you want and let ChatGPT create that social media content for you. Now 4, have it start building your newsletter for you, or better yet, have it start creating campaigns. Welcome, everybody. I really appreciate you all being here. Hopefully you guys have some fun. If you ever do have questions or comments, please put them in the comment section and I will see it pop up in here. This is StreamYard, so I can see that information quickly. But one of the other things that I can do in here is let ChatGPT build my weekly, semi-monthly, monthly newsletter campaigns that I can send out to my clients. So I can do that client nurturing from here. And I can have it not only tell me the topic per month, filling in all those seasonal conversations that I need to hit in here, but I also can have it build me my newsletters, my information. I also, if I wanted to, could take that same content and rewrite it into a script format. So if I wanted to be making phone calls, I can make those phone calls. Or I could come in here and do a video like I got you guys going on right here. I could be doing those videos and I can have it write those scripts for me. So I could be here reading and just doing that stuff for you right off the bat. But I do like the concept of this being utilized for campaigns because when I'm here, I now have the ability in here to make sure that I can give everyone the best information possible and timely for what they need. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. So that's another one, right? Craft those newsletters, craft those scripts, craft that campaign that you want. And even if you're doing client nurturing, I can come in here and actually build an 8-touch nurturing campaign, right? Those conversations I want to have. Like one of the best examples I can give you is if you lead generate online, you can very easily come into this system. And like if I'm generating leads for my community, I could do research about the community. I could have 8 touches in here. An email goes out to them talking about my 10 favorite restaurants in the area and why I like them. The 8 hot spots that are great to hit, scenic tours, things like that. I could give them another one that talks about the homes in the area, the market area information, right? I can do stats. I can have it build it for me and be done with the content. And what I like about this is a lot of systems will actually do this for you, right? They will build that content for you. But what helps them make money and those systems do it on their own is that material is not unique to anybody else that buys the systems. It's all the same stuff. Well, here, if you're in ChatGPT, that's where you personalize it, right? You teach ChatGPT not only what you want, but you teach it your voice, your mannerisms, your conversational styles, and it will rewrite that stuff so it matches you because we're trying to build know, like, trust. And when we're trying to build know, like, trust, we need to be talking in our tone, our mannerisms, our characteristics, our styles. And to do this, that will then put that information out there. So for the 4th tip, I would definitely make sure you start using this to start building campaigns, newsletters, scripts to be out there so you're communicating on a consistent basis. And I know this sounds like a lot of stuff, folks, but I'm going to tell you right now before I give you the 5th one. Once you do this once, it's there. And this is part of lead generation. We should be spending time every day a week building leads, being out there communicating in front of people. This is just one of those ways to do it. And last but not least, talking about prioritizing your day. I love having ChatGPT come in here. I love telling it what I do, what my business is, how I need to do this, and I will have it build me my weekly calendar. It will do that for me. It will come out and tell me what my days are, what my priorities are. I'll give it a list of tasks that I have to get done this week, and it will build it out. And the nice thing about it is, depending on the techniques you use, the models you use, get things done, stuff like that, you can type that in ChatGPT, and then it will write it out for you in that style you want. 12-week year, things like that. I can do this. I also every morning can come out here and rewrite it and tell it, here's what I got to get done. Give me a priority list of the items I got to get done. I love having this help me identify, task out my day to make life just a little bit easier for me to get my business done. So don't hesitate to use some of these tools to do what they are designed to do. Take that information, learn about you, come out there and get that done. This wasn't going to be a long session today, folks. I just wanted to make sure I got something out to you guys. And I love ChatGPT. I think it's an amazing tool. I think it has great ways. These are just 5 ways that I think it will help you be more productive, more effective as a real estate professional, even as a small business professional. These are the things we should be using on a daily basis to go in there. And just as a reminder, here are the 5 things I want to make sure you guys understand. Here are the 5 innovative ways that you can use ChatGPT today. Use it in integrated CRM systems for chatbots and prioritization and client cultivation. 2, use it to analyze data in your area. Take market stats and have it analyzed for you. 3, take that analyzed content and start creating social media posts from it. 4, also take that information and other great talking points about your communities and start creating campaigns, newsletters, and scripts for you to use so you can have consistent and reusable content. And last but not least, come in here and let ChatGPT or any AI system that you use to help prioritize and design your day. I hope this helps everybody. Go out there, go on, take on this weekend, go enjoy yourself, go make some money, and we'll see you at the next video.